Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
Yesterday, Arizona Republican U.S. Senate candidate Kari Lake started running her first broadcast ad. And while some people may say it's so typical because it's about the border,
Biden let our border get out of control.
Illegal immigrants are pouring in.
We're not safe because of our open borders.
Democrats may have created a situation at the border in combination with election laws that hands Lake a way to tie the border and questions about election integrity together into a neat little bow. The campaign for Lake's likely opponent, Arizona Democratic Congressman Ruben Gallego, announced that reservations have been made for $19 million in advertising that will start airing on June 28th in the Phoenix and Tucson media markets. That $19 million is the most so far that any Senate candidate anywhere in the country has scheduled to spend in this election cycle. And that's on top of the millions that his campaign has already spent. And in addition to the millions expected to be spent by outside groups, $23 million in ad time was reserved just by the Democratic group Senate Majority PAC to support Gallego. Meanwhile, there are reports that Republican Kari Lake's campaign is planning on making a $10 million ad buy, concentrated in the fall. Now, according to the latest finance reports, Gallego has nearly that amount in cash in the bank, while Lake has less than a third of that, leading many political experts to wonder if she can make good on ad reservations for $10 million. Of course, spending the most is not a guarantee of winning an election, and there will be millions spent on other races in Arizona, noise that Gallego has to break through along with Lake's higher name recognition. In her immigration ad, Lake says that Gallego supports the idea of sanctuary cities, but there's another issue involving migrants that she's talking about, asking whether Democrats are hoping that newly arrived migrants, non-citizens, will vote in this year's election. It led to this question posed to Kari Lake by Maria Bartiromo on Fox News.
How confident are you then that we will have a fair election in November?
If it were today, I wouldn't be all that confident, but I know we have a lot of people, including myself, fighting to improve the laws and make sure they're following the laws.
The continued insistence by Democrats that you shouldn't have to have an ID to vote or even to register to vote is playing right into the hands of election conspiracy theorists like Lake and her followers. And it has a lot of potential to take hold among Republicans who don't believe. In fact, they rolled their eyes at the suggestion that the 2020 or the 2022 elections were tampered with or stolen. Because why no ID? Well, actually in Arizona, you can vote without an ID, even though state law says you have to have an ID to vote on state and local elections, because you can get a federal-only ballot, which, by the way, includes the Senate race. Now, in 2022, there were not, I should say in 2020, there were not enough federal-only ballots cast to have changed the outcome of the election, which, of course, saw Biden win Arizona over Donald Trump. But, man, the continued insistence that, hey, you shouldn't have to show ID not only sticks in the craw of a lot of people who think that, you know, it's not a big deal to have an ID to vote. It also sticks in the craw of a lot of people who think it's soft racism, suggesting that, well, some people just aren't smart enough to get an ID.
Thanks for watching Sharper Point. Click to see more from Arizona's Morning News and tap the button in the middle to subscribe.